Hi guys, this is Noiser, and finally it's here for console as well. The 2.2.1 patch with one-step matchmaking, along with a lot of other changes to maps and operators. And when it comes to the matchmaking, it's not a day too soon. If you haven't already checked out the patch notes, you have a link in the description to that. When it comes to operators and maps, I will get back to that, but first some live experience from the actual matchmaking. Does it work? To be honest, I've been a bit worried since there have been so few reactions from the PC community around this compared to other updates. And when watching streams, I've actually seen some quite disturbing examples of the matchmaking still not functioning as intended. But these could just be isolated events, and I wanted to try it out for myself to see what it's like, so here we go. Well, a really good thing for someone who can't get enough of customization is the interactive matchmaking, as they call it, which allows you to purchase items from the shop, unlock new operators, and change your loadouts without leaving matchmaking. Now, I hope we're not going to have to wait for tens of minutes in matchmaking with this new matchmaking system, but this is still a really good improvement that will make the time in matchmaking feel so much better, and the game experience so much more fun and fluent. If we only could get into a match, that is. No, but except for this first hiccup, matchmaking only took like 30 seconds tonight, so it's a massive improvement. The other big change is of course the fixed hitboxes and the nerf to glass, but that has been known for quite some time, and I don't think many disagree about the need for that. I have, however, had my thoughts around the way that Ubisoft decided to nerf glass, but then again, I've never been much of a glass player myself, not even after the buff, so it won't affect me much, other than of course making it a bit more comfortable in defense, because he sure has been able to perform some crazy kills with that damage output and low recoil combined with the thermal scope. Now, his damage is almost down to 50% of what it was at close range, and slightly lowered at maximum range, which means the damage drop-off has been changed totally. The recoil and time it takes for the gun to recenter after a shot has also been increased, which will make follow-up shots harder again for glass. A quite interesting change is the smoke and stun grenades that have been moved around. Thermite and Ash can now equip stun grenades instead of smoke grenades, and the other way around for Jackal and Fuse, that now have smoke instead of stun. The problem with this, in my opinion, is that we probably will see even more aggressive rushing from Ash players, but as someone who has played Thermite a lot, I really like this change, as he has felt a bit on the weaker side, just equipped with smoke grenades. There have been a lot of small changes made to maps to prevent spawn peeking as well, and with that I mean the ability to actually shoot people at the very point they spawn in on. This is of course a good thing, as there really is no point in having a system that prevents you from spawning on some locations if you're up against experienced players that know about these cheeky angles. This, for example, concerns the campfire spawn on Chalet, where the line of fire into spawn have now been obstructed in a better way. One of the control room windows on Canal towards spawn have been totally boarded up as well, and changes have been made to consulate. I wish this runout on border would be fixed as well, as they literally can shoot you in spawn within the first couple of seconds. There are also a lot of bug fixes on different maps that have been addressed, but if you're interested in those, just check out the link to the patch notes in the description. Another thing I really liked to see was that some of the textures seemed better again, as skins, uniforms and headgears have looked really strange on console since Velvet Shell patch, if I remember correctly. So, to sum this up, this much needed patch in this very strange but so important season is finally here for us console players as well, and my summary of that is: great work, Ubisoft. I have to wait and see how the matchmaking feels after a couple of days or weeks of play, but it seems awesome, and as you actually can do something useful while waiting for a game, waiting a few minutes isn't all that bad, to be honest, even if that would be the case. But what are your thoughts around this? Have you been able to try out these changes, or do you have some questions or ideas you would like to share concerning this patch or Operation Health in general? Please do so by leaving a comment below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up or down so I get some feedback from you guys around this video and these sort of news updates in general. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to get notified when I post my upcoming guides, tips and tricks and other Rainbow Six Siege videos. I'll be back in a few days again, and until then, I will keep being healthy. Noiser. I will keep...